What's up? I'm back with another video. This one's going to be more on the mindset side of things. I know I usually do business advice, business videos, stuff like that, but mindset and business go hand in hand, so this is very important. And really just a couple stories I want to share with you. One of my favorite videos that's out there on the internet, you can find it. Steve Harvey is on Family Feud. He's talking to his audience and he's telling them, he's like, the way to get to the life you want, maybe you want luxuries or extra money, he said the next time you fly, pay a little extra money for a first class seat on the plane. And he said once you get in that seat and you feel how much room you have, how comfy it is, they give you washcloths, you get free drinks. He said your mind is going to start rewiring itself and it's going to start thinking, how can I experience this luxury in my life more often? And the next time you get on an airplane, it's going to be very hard for you to walk past those first class seats back to your main cabin spot because you've experienced that luxury, and your mind's going to start to think like, man, like I want more of this. How can I get more of this? How can I get more of this first class? So you get to experience that. Not a lot of people get to fly first class, and it's just a little extra money can take you a long way, and you're kind of spoiling yourself, giving yourself that little taste of luxury that you otherwise wouldn't even know about. So that's exactly what I did, and I've done this in other instances, but just for the sake of time and the point, you'll get the point from these two stories, but I'm just going to tell you about a couple of things I do on the regular and one story of what I did last year. So last October, I went to Miami. I loved Miami. It was great. And the energy in Miami is just amazing. And that's really all money is. It's an energy. Everything's energy. So to be surrounded in Miami, surrounded by so much wealth, it's a very wealthy city, so many mansions, yachts. I saw a lot of celebrity houses, and I was just soaking all of that in, and I was visualizing and putting myself, right there with those people. Like my house is right next to these people. I was just visualizing, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard visualizing is a very important thing to do. You've got to hold that vision of what your life is going to be like once you have it, what it is you want. So one of the things I did, and a lot of you may think this is stupid, and I'm not a person to go out and blow money on all kinds of stuff. So I went to Nobu. It's a very popular restaurant. A lot of rappers rap about Nobu. It's in a lot of movies and stuff. So I've always wanted to go there. So of course I went there. I knew it was going to be stupid expensive, but the food was amazing. It was unlike anything I've ever had before. I noticed the tacos were like $15. So I thought they were going to bring me out. Tacos are about this big, usually, normally, especially Taco Bell, it's about this big. So I was like, give me 4 of those $15 tacos. Well, when they came out, I kid you not, they were this big, but it was the best tasting like meats and stuff I've ever had in my life. And then I ordered everything that I wanted. I did not hold myself back. I knew, I was like, I'm going to go to Nobu and I'm going to make myself know money is not an issue. So you get what you want. You get whatever drinks you want, you order whatever food you want, you order whatever appetizers. I usually don't even order appetizers, but I did there just because I wanted to give myself an experience of going to Nobu and letting myself know and my subconscious know that money is not an object. I have more than enough money. I live in abundance. I'm not coming from a scarcity mindset. So that night, just for me, I spent almost $400 on dinner. I have never ever spent that much money on myself, and I ate pretty good. 400, well, it was less than 400, but almost 400. $400. It was a pretty good array of stuff. I was trying all kinds of stuff, but the point is, it's not me going to Nobu and finally eating there. It's that I went and I spent that money, and that really did something to my mind, and it showed me like, if you want to live this lifestyle and you want these fine foods, you can have that. I showed myself that, I proved myself that. So I would recommend doing that, or, maybe spending a little extra money on a plane ticket like Steve Harvey said. There's a story that Drake tells where he says that he had spent like a ton of money when he was broke one weekend renting a Lamborghini, but he said that changed his life so much because he had rented that Lamborghini and he knew like, man, this is what I want the rest of my life to be like. I want these Lamborghinis in my life. So I'm not saying go out there and spend your bottom dollar. I don't want to give financial advice or anything, but if you, like Steve Harvey said, can spend a little extra money to give yourself a taste, it's amazing. And another thing is what I do every April, July, and October. There's a huge car show where I live at, and it's super early in the morning. It's cars and coffee, and I love cars personally. I want a bunch of sports cars. I want like a 12-car garage with sports cars one day. That's just my thing. I love cars. And so I go to these car shows not just to socialize, not just to get free coffee and donuts and stuff, but I go because there's Lamborghinis, Ferraris, GTRs, all these different luxury cars, Rolls Royce, whatever, anything you can think of really. This is a huge car show in my city, and I go to be surrounded by the energy. And I go, not everyone, but a lot of the owners will let you sit in their cars, just sit in the driver's seat when the car's off and whatnot. And I will just sit there, just feeling like how that feels. And I know what the interior of a Lamborghini looks like. So I have such a vivid picture of what it is I want. I do want a Lamborghini. And so to be able to have sat in one and felt like what it sits, to sit that low to the ground and grip the steering wheel, and then just be surrounded by that energy of not only the cars, but the awesome people that drive them. It's not every day you run into someone who owns a Lamborghini, and they have such a different mindset than everyone else because they did what it takes to, get that Lamborghini or get that Ferrari. So that's another thing, being surrounded, who you're surrounded by, what you're surrounded by, that is huge. So those were the two stories, the car show, and then how I spent all that money in Miami on that dinner just for me. That was crazy, and I don't regret it at all. But I made sure I was in a position where I could afford to spend that money. So yeah, I've not even told anyone else that story except you guys on YouTube. So please like and subscribe. I hope you got some value from this. I hope it kind of hyped you up. Also, I'm going to put a link to my course down below. Check it out if you're interested in how to make money with passive income. Of course, a lot of you know I own a car wash, and I have 4 streams of passive income. So check that out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you in the next video.